Hi, this is Marie Marx with a tutorial on the exciting new Open eBooks app. This app is for all military children, all special education students in the country, and all kids living in Title I districts. The app makes available thousands of new copyrighted materials absolutely free. The initiative was announced February 24th, 2016. And this is to address the digital divide in reading materials, specifically for special education students and low-income students. This is a unique collaboration of 11 publishers and the Digital Public Library of America, First Book, the New York Public Library, and the book distributor Baker and Taylor, who actually created the app, curated the collection, and developed a system for distribution and use. So let's get started. In order to get your students their access codes and PIN numbers, you need to first create an account on First Book. By the way, First Book also sells discounted books to Title I districts, just as a little added bonus. So teachers, librarians, and program directors who are working with special education, Title I children, or military kids are eligible to request PINs. Public librarians may also request PINs for their patrons who are perhaps homeschooled. So back to our step-by-step instructions. We will just head to firstbook.org and click on the green sign up button on the home page. That will bring you over to another screen where you will scroll to the bottom and click sign up again. Then they will ask you a bunch of questions in a series of 4 steps. The first section of questions are titled Basic Information. Then there is Create Your Account, followed by School and Program Information, and then finally the 4th step is the completion of the registration. Under the School and Program Information page, they will ask you if you work with special education children or if you are working in a Title I district and other similar questions so that they are able to determine your eligibility. Individual parents are not allowed to request codes. Then they will email you your username and password confirmation. Next, we will navigate over to the First Book Marketplace. This is where all the orders are placed. During this step, we aren't actually accessing any books. This step is just to request codes and PINs based upon the level that you need. So here there will be choices as to which catalog level you'd like to order. The 4 collections you'll be able to choose from are the All Ages, High School Elementary, which is preschool to grade 5, and then middle school. My district only ordered for K to 12 and did not order any preschool codes or codes for the preschool. You can order 300 access codes and PIN numbers at a time. So you will choose the catalog you need and the number of codes you like and just place them in your cart as if you were shopping online at your favorite store. Just go through the motions like any other online order you make, such as inputting your shipping address, even though nothing is physically shipped to you. It may take a day or 2 to receive an email with the codes, but sometimes if things are going well at First Book, you can get the codes in an hour or 2. If you have any questions, just call them. They're very good at answering the phone and talking to you about it. So each child gets their own access code and PIN number. They can use this on up to 6 devices at a time, so they can be logged in on any mobile device, such as a tablet or cell phone, but not on a computer. Open eBooks only works on iOS 8 and Android 5 or better. It will not work on a Chromebook, a Nook, or a Kindle as of right now. But First Book has said that they are working to increase the available platforms. For privacy reasons, I blocked out the codes, just leaving one at the top as an example. So this is what the email looks like. Notice that the elementary codes all start with the letter E and that there is a line separating the access code from the PIN number. We sent letters home with the kids that had their access codes and PIN numbers on them, but in anticipation that some may lose this letter, we made a separate spreadsheet for each school. This way each school has a master list. I blocked the last names and codes, but as you can see, it's just a simple list with all of the students' names, first and last, their grade, their school, their homeroom, and of course their access code and PIN number. Once you plug in your access code and PIN number, you should never have to do it again. But some kids lost the letter, and I've already had to email parents lost codes. Also, Just a tip, some students have had trouble logging into the app because they confuse the capital letter I, the capital letter O, with a number 1 or 0 in the code. Another small problem that kept popping up was that when children saw New York Public Library come up when downloading the app, they thought they had the wrong app. But don't fret, that's what it's supposed to look like. So this is the letter we sent home. First Book provides you with the letter in both English and Spanish, but we modified it a little. So this is what our version looks like. The letter provides the students and parents with directions on how to download open eBooks. Just know Wi-Fi is needed to download the app and to download new books within the app. But if you have books already borrowed, you're able to read them even without Wi-Fi. So this is a screen share of my iPad just so I can show you what navigating through the app is like. So there are many positives to Open eBook. One is that the instructions are all easy to follow for the kids and as well as the teachers. The other thing is that First Book customer service is available on the phone with a real person. I'll give you the number for that. The website, First Book website, has really great instructions and a frequently asked questions section, which is very informative. Another good thing is that no personal student data is collected. This also is not a government program, so it is not taxpayer funded. It's all done by donations and contributions. So some more positives for Open eBooks is that it is free for all special education students in the country, regardless of their income level or the district that they are in. It's also free for all children of active duty armed service members, so you can take a survey in your school and you can get those children codes. And of course it is free for all children living in economically disadvantaged districts. So you may have some districts with schools that are Title I and some that are not. The students that go to the Title I schools can get the code, and the students that don't are not eligible. Although, if you happen to run a program for economically disadvantaged children, then you can order codes for those children as the program manager. Another great thing are the titles. The titles in this app are titles that you could find at any bookstore. And another positive, of course, is that it's curated by librarians for diversity. And they are trying to increase the diversity, and they're also trying to include more high-interest, low-level titles. There doesn't seem to be enough of those. So that is something that they are continuing to work on. So let's talk about some of the negatives. Just as no data is collected is a positive, it could also be a negative because some districts do want to keep data on what their kids are reading and how much they're reading, so this could actually be a negative too. Another negative is that these titles do not become part of the library collection. So even if your library is in a Title I school, these are not part of your collection. Another problem is that sometimes there are technical issues. Some examples of technical issues I've seen is that there may be no author listed for some of the books, and some titles show up in the wrong catalog. And then there is a button there to report a problem that you can use, but that could be an issue if mature titles are showing up in the elementary catalog by mistake. Another negative is that the search is limited by author or title only, and there is no way to just look at a list of books. Some other negatives include that it has limited platforms. It is only available on iOS 8 or Android 5 and better. It does not work on Chromebooks or desktops or Nooks or Kindle as of yet. They said they're working on that. Students have to have a Wi-Fi and a compatible device to use it at home. And there aren't a lot of resources. There's no website for teachers or students devoted specifically to Open eBook lessons or discussions or clubs or anything like that. And that would be great to see happen. So although there are some great publishers that have contributed to Open eBooks, there's no books published by Scholastic. Another thing is that there's no Fountas and Pinnell guided reading or Lexile level information included in the synopsis with the app. And in my district, all of our books are supposed to have a guided reading level. The audio recordings are not good. They're working on that, but right now they want you to use this Readium app that you kind of download and use with the Open eBook apps, but it's not really good. This is a 3-year program, and they haven't really released any information on what's going to happen at the end of the 3-year period. And managing hundreds of codes for an entire district can be challenging. Kids lose their codes. You need to have extra codes available for when new kids come in. They need to change their codes from elementary to middle, and then again from middle to high school, so it could be a challenge. So if you have any further questions, I suggest you call First Book at 1-866-732-3669. There is a real person that will answer the phone during business hours, and they are very helpful. Good luck to you getting codes for your kids, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation on open ebooks.